If you're ready for a new car that's designed to take you where you want to go, whenever you want to go, now's the time to find out all there is to know about the new Mazda CX-50, named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Award winner. Save on your new Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
10 foot, yeah, I think that's it. Because Matt is what, 7'9", so
yeah.
If Ethan's 10 foot, then that sounds about right.
We're talking about people's height. We're talking about Lynn Clark with Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
We love her.
Just outing, yeah.
And we're talking about
Michael Acaldo.
You went to the going away party yesterday.
Yeah, it was so nice. The board of directors held an official going away celebration for him. Still going to be based here. He's from here, went to high school here, went to LSU, and so a long mainstay in our community. But he is moving up to the national St. Vincent de Paul to take over the realms as CEO. So it's an exciting time for St. Vincent de Paul.
We were just talking about the big names and the faces the community has known from organizations like that, from Lynn Clark at Habitat, and of course, Acaldo over at St. Vincent de Paul.
You can't make fun.
Wait, stop.
You're too tall.
Well, apparently I'm like, what? What
well, whenever people are in the community and they say, oh, is Matt really as tall as he looks on TV? I was like, yeah, he's 6'9". I tell people, because in my mind, I was like, oh, Matt is so tall, he is 6'9". All the shots have been set. I feel like that. But what is the real height?
Well, I used to be 6'3".
I used to be.
I'm coming down.
Are you shrinking?
Well, look, man, it's the bad back doesn't help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I was 6'1" before I had my tonsils out. But look, here's the deal.
Is that right? Is that right?
Lynn's short, I'm short,
Yes.
Michael Acaldo's short, so the three of us make up, what, 10 feet?
But we all love you. Guys all have lovable personalities. Yeah.
So who's going to be his replacement here?
Interim CFO is taking over for now until they name a permanent CEO for St. Vincent de Paul here in our part of the world. So they're trying to figure things out here. Yeah.
Well,
in the meantime.
it's just one of those great groups that, I mean, we love having. I mean, you know, we get to talk to him all the time. I know
we just wrapped up uniforms for kids with them, so they were just in studio.
Yeah.
They have a long-standing tie with the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. The JCs always make a big donation to them to make sure that they get to their goal and the finish line. Wow. So many different community partners.
It's going to be so weird without Lynn, of course, she's been gone for a little while, and without Michael.
Yeah.
Acaldo,
He said he'll be visiting here.
He
still has kids and a lot tied in the community, so he'll be here to visit. So don't be surprised when you see him.
Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations.
Don't show up when it's raining.
Oh.
Save it for the fall weather, which apparently we may get a taste of.
Yeah.
Eventually. But man, it's raining. Good gracious. First alert weather day.
Yeah, and actually we may even just stall out in the 70s for today.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be that kind of a day. We are socked in with moisture and rain out your door right now, and the rain may be heavy at times. You are looking live over the downtown area. Temperature-wise, we are starting things off at around 77 degrees. Lots of humidity, lots of moisture out there as well. Only made it up to 80 degrees for a high yesterday, well below where we should be, our average being 90 degrees this time of year. And we have a first alert weather day for today. That's for the possibility of more heavy rain, more flooding, especially the farther you go south of the I-10 corridor. That's where the flood watch is in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Shortly thereafter, the rain should begin to wrap up. But this is the damage that was done yesterday. Anywhere between 6, even upwards of, look at this, over 11 inches of rain that was estimated by the Doppler. That's all the way by that bullseye, not that far from Biloxi. It's outside of our viewing area, but still you get the idea. In between Baton Rouge, Denham Springs, a couple of bullseyes there between 4 and 5 inches of rain. And now we're going to add to that tally. We don't really see that much going on in and around the downtown area, but these yellows on your screen starting to fill in, starting to take over the radar. And as they creep up to the north, they start to lose their umph. They lose their punch a little bit. But nevertheless, a couple of tropical downpours here. Not really seeing that much, though, north of Baton Rouge. So I agree with the National Weather Service for leaving them out of that flood watch. Meanwhile, there's that upper low. And I'm going to tell you this upper low is going to be very pesky, not only over the next couple of days, but even when we get the cold front through here, it's not really going to go away. It's just going to sit there in the Gulf. And then some of the models say that it actually makes a return to our area as we get into next week. That could pump up the rain chances once again. And you can see that dry or stable air from the higher levels starting to push and nudge this system. Hopefully it will do so a little bit more sooner than later. But the trend, just like what we talked about yesterday, and this is kind of an ugly picture. Hopefully the graph is just barking a little bit of fire here, but we don't like to see the whites on this graphic. We see that. Those are some big time downpours. But here in the Baton Rouge area, I would say an off and on steady rain, and it looks like everything starts to wrap up, not tonight, so that doesn't bode well for Friday night football, but as we get to around the pre-dawn hours tomorrow, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., Saturday morning, everything will clear out from the north down to the south, which makes sense because the area of low pressure gets pushed that way and the cold front comes from that direction and unloads some of that dry, stable air. It's not going to stick around as long as I thought it would, so that's kind of the one not so good thing about the forecast today. But nevertheless, we're going to see those dew points on Sunday and Monday drop down maybe to the upper 50s. Tropical Atlantic, again, relatively quiet. We do have 4 different things, 4 different highlighted areas, but they're all in yellow. They're all a low risk, and it doesn't really look like any of them are going to develop into anything. 2 to 4 inches additionally expected across our area today. There's your 90% chance with a high temperature of 80 degrees. Now let's see how the rain is affecting the roads. Hey, Johnny?
So far, so good. We had 2 crashes with a little bit of backup this morning, both on I-10 eastbound, one at Highland, one at Bluebonnet. All of those are clear. All lanes are open. Bridge is looking really good coming in from Port Allen. The LA1 on-ramp and is backing up to right before the Intracoastal overpass, and we do have some slow traffic coming from Addis into Brewley. Slows down around Brewley High, so be aware of that as you make your way in and around this morning. And the Dow entrances are fine. Here's a live look at the bridge from the Port Allen side of the Mississippi River, and a good flow of traffic. And there's that slower traffic getting on the bridge from LA1, and there's the backup we were talking about going toward the on-ramp on LA1 northbound. It is 7:08. We do this every morning and give you an update on some of the things you might have missed during 9 News this morning. We call it 9 News Now. We do it on WAFB Plus, Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV. We'll be right back.
$7:10 your time right now as we kind of step you through what is an active day in South Louisiana. First alert weather day, and we want to make sure that you kind of know what's going on, and that includes, for example, this right here. We got some emergency closures of waterways in our area from Ascension, Livingston, Tangi, making sure that people stay safe.
That's it, especially because we've already seen in certain spots up to 4 to 6 inches of rain, as Jared's been tracking. So out of an abundance of caution, you've got those 3 parishes closing their waterways to recreational traffic, obviously for folks who use that as their main mode of transportation or emergencies. Please keep the waterways open for those utility boats.
We're also following some power outages. Here's the thing. We're not seeing a lot right now related to weather issues in South Louisiana, which is great, but this is going to impact folks today. This is in Ascension Parish and East Ascension High School. They had a power pole that is being repaired by Entergy right now, but that means no power to campus.
So right now, your kids should be in virtual class at EA. Our Spartans making sure that they are going to be in the virtual classroom today. Monday is when those operations are expected to go back to normal. So an important heads up for our friends there in Ascension Parish. Let's get you an outage check though across Louisiana. So earlier this morning, you may have seen, we were talking about 1,000 customers out across the state. Right now, still tracking roughly under 160 customers out in West Feliciana Parish. We're also tracking some outages in Orleans Parish, so not directly in our viewing area, but just keep that in mind. This may fluctuate throughout the day. We'll keep you updated if we're seeing any wide swaths of outages.
Look, there are some things going on today, right? And they may be impacted by the weather, so just keep that in mind. But we want to let you know about some things that are going on, including something with Auctioner. Now, we're just going right here. The Hunter Sight-In program is actually going on today and tomorrow, 9 to 3. You know where the facility is, East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, the facility is in Zachary? You know, the shooting facility? That's where they're going to be doing this.
Okay,
Irene
so
Road.
They're asking folks, if you want to participate before hunting season begins, you have to bring your weapons and make sure that they are unloaded and in working condition. Bring your hunting ammunition, all the things you may need, ear protection, obviously encouraged. So make sure you sign up for that. That's happening there today at that facility later on today.
Want to break on maybe buying something hunting related?
This is the weekend to do it.
This is the weekend to do it.
Yeah.
That sales tax holiday, so state sales, local sales tax, that kind of thing. You don't have to worry about paying that. Now, this is just for like individual purchases. This is not like a big commercial business purchase, but it's all weekend, right? Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
So there you go.
That's it.
Just keep that in mind. The Second Amendment's weekend sales tax holiday.
If you're looking for opportunities to volunteer, well, today a great opportunity to get in the know. Matt Venezia was interviewing a number of different folks there with Breck. Because they have so many different great programs, you can see there are multiple opportunities, whether you want to maybe help programs that are geared towards adaptabilities and making sure that everyone has an inclusive opportunity, or maybe you want to volunteer at the Bluebonnet Swamp. There are so many different facilities that you can donate and volunteer for. You're looking at the intake form there. You can click on that website, which Matt has a link to in his web story. You can find out about all of the awesome opportunities, especially maybe you have kids who need some service hours. This will be a great opportunity to make sure your kids get them.
Absolutely. Both my kids, my twins, are in those service programs for both their schools, and so great opportunities. I love the fact that Matt was talking with her this morning, the Bluebonnet Swamp. It's like, is it all like scaly reptiles and stuff? She's like, no.
Right.
A little bit of something for everything, everybody, even at the swamp.
That's it.
Check that out.
Oh, it's going to be a good time here. Let's also make sure that you are aware of all the different things happening in our weather world, right? Jared Silverman updating our website and our First Alert Weather app. You can see that flood watch, still blanketing South Louisiana, but if you step by all of the different pictures, it's a picture forecast. He's helping you know what we're in for on this Friday. And Jared, as we track all of that in our Friday, I know not the news people want to hear going into home game day, but people really need to be aware.
Yeah, they really do. And pockets of heavy rain, especially along and south of the I-10 corridor. That's where we've already seen upwards of 6 inches of rain. We could have another 2 to 4 inches of rain on top of that.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah, big time.
Ooh-wee. How are our roads looking, Johnny?
Surface streets, getting some of those edges, kind of ponding water. Interstates are pretty good right now. No problems with the underpasses at Bluebonnet or Acadian. No problems with the
our digital team, actually keeping up to date on some of those roads. For example, Livingston Parish is going to update everybody about some potential road closures. We're going to make sure that you have that accessible as well.
That's it. Stay up to date with us. We have a lot more programming for you here in 10
Never
minutes.
ending.
We're checking in with you, weather and traffic updates, and then join us for 9 News at 9.
That's right.
Yeah, more fun to come.
a lot more
Stay with
irritation.
us.
Can't wait.
It's game time at Team Toyota. Whether you're tailgating or heading into the stadium, dominate the road and drive like a champion in your new Toyota. Get off the sidelines and save thousands at Team Toyota. I-12 at O'Neill. Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL.